So, Greg, shall we go have some fun?
Let's go, man. I'm excited.
All right, see if we can get this thing stuck.
Yeah.
And then unstuck.
There we go. Yes, exactly. All right, Mike. So just getting into the truck, what's one of the first things as we're getting going here that sticks out in your mind?
Well, obviously with the brace, twisting, turning, leaning over is challenging. And to be honest with you, I can easily access all of these switches. And the HVAC controls are super simple and easy to get my hand on without making any motion.
Yeah, the wing dash design makes it easy for drivers, for productivity and for ergonomics, for comfort. Part of that experience, being able to see all the gauges easily through that steering wheel. The centerpiece of that new instrument cluster is the what we're calling the driver command center, which you can see right there, which has all the information you need from a vehicle performance perspective. So it's got trip information, alerts, fault information, axle interlocks. One of the most exciting features, which I think you've had some experience with, that we'll show off here in a little bit, is the PTO control object that we put in right at the operator's fingertips there in the multi-function steering wheels. Well, in terms of the operator experience and and flexibility for our customers, one of the exciting features of the new 49X is what we're calling the flex panel there in the B panel. So that gives our customers the opportunity to really customize the truck, for their business, right? So we can leave that area blank like we've done with this truck. You're able to put a round mount there so you can easily place a telematics device there. If you need additional gauges or switches, you can do that as well. You can put up to 10 additional gauges in there, 12 additional switches in there. So you can do a whole lot with that space. So thinking about the switches here, we've designed those specific for vocational operators. They're easily used when you have a glove on your hand. One of the great features of these switches, they have this backlit feature, which if you're engaging the diff lock, when it's beginning to engage, it flashes red. And then when it is engaged, it's a solid red, so they're able to see those switches easily. So all aspects of the switches, again, thoughtful design. What's been your experience in driving these trucks all summer long, Mike?
HVAC has been fantastic. Cold, hot, whatever you need. Morning, you need it to be hot. You need it to be cold in the afternoon. Cab's been clean. There have been times where we've come to a stop and there's been a giant dust cloud blow around the vehicle and none of it's making it in here. It's been a pleasant experience.
Awesome. Well, and a lot of that's enabled by, the triple door seals that we have. That's designed to keep out all that dust, that moisture, noise. So in terms of comfort as well, we have, we've thought through all of the insulation. We've got barrier foam and Thinsulate insulation as standard.
Is that also why this cab is so quiet? It's easy to talk to you.
That's right. We're able to we don't have to yell to talk over each other and have that it's normal conversation that we're having.
Surprisingly quiet for bouncing around on this dirt road.
Yeah, well, I think part of that's enabled by the quiet steel engine tunnel that we have as well to reduce that engine noise. Okay, so thinking about this drive, Mike, one of the things that sticks out to me, one thing I noticed clearly is the improved visibility, best in class visibility that we challenged our engineers with in designing. One of the things that I noticed right off the bat there is the sloped hood, so you can see more clearly right in front of the truck.
It almost feels like you can touch the bumper from here.
Yeah. One of the other things, not only that sloped hood, but the size of the windshield, we've made that 28% larger than what we had. But also, we've gone to a one-piece windshield design. And what that's enabled us to do is gain in windshield wiper coverage, 37% better.
I like that I can see behind us through these three-piece windshields.
Whatever. You took the words right out of my mouth. So yes, the high visibility three-piece back window visibility out of the rear of the cab. You can see that's huge for this dump application, mixer applications, even vocational day cab tractors, you're able to see a lot more, even kind of right behind, right over your shoulder. So that just adds a lot more to the visibility experiences.
You know, sometimes driving a truck, especially some trucks, you feel like you're driving in a cave.
Yeah,
This almost feels like you're outside.
I just talked about the C-bar mirror. So those are strategically placed to enable better visibility as well. Not only the placement of the mirrors, but we talked in the garage about the stiffness of the mirror mounting on the seat with the C-bar system. And really that's key in terms of reducing vibration here on this rough off-road environment. You need to be able to see that without the mirror, vibrating.
The last time I drove a truck on a rough road, the mirror vibrated so bad it was hard to see anything behind you. Here it's like crystal clear, and this is a really rough road.
As we're looking forward here in this quarry, what's one of the things that you notice looking forward, or maybe that you don't notice?
Yeah, the hood. That's exactly what I noticed. It's not bouncing all over creation. It actually feels solid.
That's something that our engineers thought of as well, and we're proud to introduce the ISOTEC hood suspension system. So that's exactly what that it sounds like, right? So we purposely designed our hoods, the suspension system that mounts to the front of the frame, and it's designed to isolate the vibrations experienced by the chassis from the hood.
It actually makes you feel comfortable that it's not going to fall apart.
Yeah, it's not right there in your peripheral vision.
Yep.
One of the things that our engineers designed with the X Series cab was the overall interior size of the cab was something that we looked at as well. And it's one of the largest cabs in the market, 159 cubic feet of space, interior space. And I can just looking at, I don't feel cramped at all in this cab. We talked about operators of all shapes and sizes getting in and out of the vehicle. We want that experience for that variety of operator to be awesome in the cab as well. So I think having that, looking at belly room, that's something we looked at, something we hear about out in the field. Some frustration with maybe some of the other cabs in the marketplace not being able to feel comfortable. So Mike, something that I've noticed as we're driving along here, and something I think is going to be a clear differentiator with the 49X, is the cab mount system that has vocational specific isolators that are tuned for this type of environment, right? So we're driving along in this rough road in this quarry. I mean, I don't feel jostled at all. We talked about the ISOTEC on the hood. I think, from my perspective, the operator, the equipment in the cab, the dash, the cab itself, we really took that into consideration when designing this cab.
Honestly, when you asked me to help you with this video, that was the one thing that concerned me the most was, all right, I wonder if this is going to tear up my back going for a drive.
Exactly.
And I can honestly tell you, I'm very comfortable.
One of the things I would love for you to talk about and demonstrate here is the new DT12 vocational series of automated transmission, and what that brings to the vocational market.
Greg, how did you know I wanted to talk about transmissions?
I just had a wild hunch, Mike. We've had a lot of success with the DT12 in the on-highway market. A lot of our customers have heard about, and so I guess that would beg the question that, we're going to get in the marketplace. Did we just put an on-highway transmission into this vocational truck? And how would you respond to that question, Mike?
Well, first of all, we have on-highway transmissions. That's not what's in this truck.
Ah, okay.
You talk about purpose-built. This is a brand new purpose-built transmission specifically for the vocational market.
That's what I like to hear.
What's unique about vocational transmissions? One, they better be able to take a lot of weight. We got a lot of heavy haul applications. We might have this dump truck with a heavy pup, B-trains, B-doubles.
Yeah.
Got to be ready for that. And in this dump truck, trying to get it started sometimes out of a hole, you need a lot of gear range.
Okay.
So the vocational transmission comes with a wide overall ratio. It's set up specifically to help us get going. you need a very steep start ratio to get rolling.
Okay, makes sense.
And there are times when it's extremely difficult to get going, and that's what Power Launch is for.
Okay.
So, you asked what's vocational? I can show you. Sometimes when you're driving around, it isn't this nice compacted dirt road. Sometimes it's mud, sometimes it's soft sand, and that's why we have off-road mode.
Okay.
You simply push the button, and it drops you right into off-road mode.
Nice.
What is off-road mode? Off-road mode is exactly what the driver would want to do, and that is he doesn't want to lose momentum. When you're driving a truck, the way to avoid loss of momentum is don't shift unless you have to.
Yeah, makes sense.
So off-road mode is going to extend our shifts. It's going to put us into the high power range whenever it can. And when it does shift, the shift is as fast as we can make one.
Okay.
Unlike when we're back in our normal mode or the on-highway mode, it's kind of a soft, comfortable shift. But when we're out here in the mud, we don't care about how comfortable it is. We care about getting the shift completed and preventing loss of momentum.
Okay, getting the job done.
Getting the job done. So Greg, you ever wonder what would happen if you stopped the truck with a DT12V on a hill and took your foot off the brake?
I have, Mike, and I know you're going to show me.
Hill start aid.
Okay.
Prevents you from rolling back.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you knew that. But did you know that it also works in reverse?
Okay, nice. There we go. All right, Mike, there's one thing that I'm truly excited about that you promised me that we would get to experience on this drive here this afternoon. And you told me we were going to try to get this truck stuck and maybe try to get it unstuck. But I'm curious to see how we're going to accomplish that.
Awesome. Well, we cheated a little bit because we built an area where we are definitely going to get stuck. So the area we built has got quite a deep hole in it with a lot of soft sand.
Okay.
And we made it difficult for the vehicle to get out. So yes, we can go from drive to neutral to reverse and back and forth and try and create an area that's kind of flat to allow us to build up some momentum to get out. But the way it's done with manuals, and it will be done with an automated transmission, is to rock the vehicle forward with the throttle and let momentum roll it back, and then keep building up that momentum so that we're getting bigger and bigger swings. That's challenging with this transmission because it's set up for a nice soft clutch engagement.
Yeah.
And that's not particularly what we need to get out of a hole. So we put this convenient rock-free switch, which basically says, hey, I want my clutch pedal to be almost digital.
Okay.
Right? So I want to be able to have instant control of the clutch. I don't care about how comfortable it feels. I want instant control to the wheels.
Okay.
So we'll give it a go. Drive forward a little bit, slip, let off, drive forward a little bit. We can building momentum, building it bigger and bigger and bigger.
Feels like we're stuck to be.
Now we're out. There we go.
Oh!
That was too easy.
That was well, that's
That's the point.
rock-free mode for you. That's the whole point, is to make it like you said, too easy to get out of. So before we leave, Mike, one of the I talked a little bit about earlier the one of the more exciting features of the driver command center is the ability to utilize the PTO control logic, which will come in handy right here as we get rid of this load.
Perfect.
So why don't we give a quick demonstration of that? So we just throw it in PTO mode, the switch.
Yep, I see it flashed a few times and now it's solid red telling me that it's completed.
That's right, just like we talked about with the switches, but takes us right into PTO mode on the driver command center. So you've got all of your preset RPMs there that you spec the truck with, and you can even do customize the RPMs as well and control that from your fingertips there in the multifunction steering wheel.
Oh yeah, up, down, I can grab 900, hit OK. Customize, huh? Let's give that a go. 0, 8, 4.3, 843 RPM.
So there you go. Whatever
Check it out.
RPMs you need, you can control that from your fingertips there.
Super easy.
In the driver command center.
You know what? This is fun. And look, I can look back there and watch it with the
Exactly,
window.
with the 3-piece high visibility window, man. Yeah, it's a perfect view.
That rocks.
All right, Mike. Well, I think we've had a great day here at the quarry and learned about all these great game-changing features on the new 49X. Everything that was purpose-built, purpose-designed into this truck. You know, that our engineers thought of, and you know, again, getting that feedback from our customers, operators, and truck equipment manufacturers. All right, Mike, how was it? How's your back holding up?
I'm feeling great. And you're right, it's easy to get out of.
Awesome, that's great to hear. Hey man, it's been great spending the afternoon with you out in the quarry, taking a spin in the new 49X and experiencing not only the DT12, but all the other game-changing features of the all-new Western Star 49X. To learn more, please visit your local Western Star dealer or visit us at thenextwesternstar.com. We'll see you at the job site.